This video is so flipping real for me right now. I just hate this whole topic because it stresses me out. What am I doing with my life? I don't know, and I feel like I say that jokingly a lot, but it's true. And I don't like how much stress it gives me because I still feel too young to know what I'm doing with my life. And yet it's a question that arises a lot. And I think especially when you're surrounded by a lot of amazing, talented, ambitious people who know exactly what they want to do in life, yeah, it kind of makes you feel a bit like, what am I doing? Maybe you're feeling this too, because at the end of the day, the majority of people at our age have no idea what they're doing. And in fact, if you ask a lot of adults, they still don't know what they're doing. So yeah, instead of just sitting here and moaning about the fact I don't know what I'm doing with my life, which is really easy, I'm trying to make it more practical and tell you what I am doing to try and work this out. So yeah, if you're also struggling, I hope you can do some of the things in this video and hopefully help you figure it out yourself. Before I fully jump into today's video, I've got like the most relevant, cool sponsorship today. This video is sponsored by Goodwall, which is like this amazing app, which is kind of like an online portfolio website thing for yourself, where you can just upload all your achievements. It's kind of like similar to LinkedIn, but serves like a very unique purpose in itself. Put your resume and stuff on there. There are so many cool internship opportunities and like personalized opportunities like scholarships. It's just another awesome way of building a network online. Okay, here's this bad boy. Right, so we've got a beautiful app, also has a website. I selected this cute profile photo of me. I don't know if it's like professional or not. I'm like I'm still fully designing my account, so I need advice. I've started putting some of my work experience on here, my education, etc., skills. But can I just show you this? Because like I'm obsessed. So we go here, opportunities. This is going to become so relevant to this video. Internships based on my preferences. We've got these amazing opportunities at like the UN. I found this really awesome marketing one I was really interested in New York, which I'm really tempted to apply for. And I'm just shocked how like easy to use this app is, how like personalized it already is to me. Okay, so right now I'm gonna go on my page and I'm gonna add an achievement. So it's like this biggest achievements page, and I'm gonna set one for myself right now, and I'm gonna leave a link to my profile in the description of this video, and I want you to just like help me go on there and just like comment on this achievement. Tell me if I can write it better, I don't know, help me out. Yeah, and then just like connect with me on this network because I think it's really cool, and I genuinely am gonna use this for looking at internships to help me work out what I'm gonna do with my life. First things first, do some personality tests, values tests. I mean, I don't know how accurate these tests are, but I do think it's useful to know where your strengths lie professionally, to just feel more knowledgeable about your personality, and then it'll kind of help you fit it into potential careers. At the end of the day, everyone can develop skills, everyone can gain new skills, become better at certain things, but we all have our natural genetic makeup and experiences which will make us better at certain things. I think before you get into a career, it's also really important to just like understand your personal values. I think when we're kids, we're like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna make a change in the world. Oh, I'm really passionate about this issue and I'm gonna be the one to change it because this is unjust. And then as we get older and things like practicalities and money and logistics and societal expectations come in, it's really easy to forget those personal values that you have. I think it is really easy to chase jobs that don't even necessarily align with your values, but it just sounds good. So I think an awareness of those values is really useful. For example, I don't think I'm gonna feel content unless I feel like I'm making a positive change. Obviously positive impact's pretty vague, but I just can't imagine myself sat in like a bank. I'd be so unhappy. Next, number 2, you've got to have this awareness of what you genuinely like. And there is this whole thing, is passion an illusion? Like, are we genuinely like, this is my one passion? Or do you choose your passion? Like, do you craft your world to be like, this is what I'm gonna call my passion? I don't know. I don't know what my one passion is, so but we all kind of know the things that we do like and that we don't like. In your free time, what is it that you do that just makes you feel like time runs away? Like YouTube, I will sit and edit for hours, or just film or plan content for hours, and it's fun and it makes me happy. I'm not saying that like watching Netflix is like marketable for a job, but I think it is like good to just be aware of what you genuinely like. And then third, being aware of what you're actually good at. So yeah, know your values, know your personality, know what you genuinely do like, and then what you're actually good at. Okay, those are the easy things which are like great, but like also don't really help in like specifics. So bye, we've laid the foundations. Okay, something that we had to do, which I do think is useful, is something called an odyssey plan. At Minerva we do a course which is adapted from the Stanford Design Your Life course, which was like the most popular course at Stanford for people who just didn't know what they wanted to do. And in it, you have to do a thing called an odyssey plan. If you don't know what you want to do, I highly recommend you do this. You're gonna sit down, you get out a little notebook, get a pen, and for 5 minutes, without overthinking it, just write down everything that you can imagine your life being like in 5 years if you continued on the path that you're currently on. So if you're studying a certain subject or whatever you envision for yourself right now, say you're working towards something, you've been doing internships in something, where do you live? What does your life look like? What does a daily life look like? Who are you surrounded by? What's your job like? What are your responsibilities like? What's your free time like? Just imagine that and just like don't overthink it, just write. Like put your pen on the paper, and you're not really allowed to consider, to like which is what I do all the time. You just have to write something, even if it feels a little bit false, just write it. Step 2, you imagine a completely alternative path. You can imagine that you studied a different subject, you can imagine that you're gonna pursue this random passion you have and just see what it's like. Like if, for me, I have multiple things I'm interested in. My second odyssey plan would be if I chose to pursue one of these other things. And then again, you don't overthink it, you just think, right, 5 years, what will my life be like? And then thirdly, and this odyssey plan is fun, write yourself one where societal expectations do not exist, money, financial struggles do not exist. Write the job or the life that you would have if none of those factors existed. What are you doing every day? Maybe you're just reading a lot. Maybe you're a writer, an actor. Okay, and then you have your 3 odyssey plans. And I know it's really easy to watch this video and not do it, but like I really want you to do it. Like you can pause this video and just go do it now because I do think it's useful. Then you sit down, you have a look at these 3 random ways that your life could go. And you think, what are the similarities in terms of values or recurring themes in these 3 plans? Is it that in your first life plan you would be writing on the side, and then in your one where societal expectations didn't exist, you chose to be an author? Maybe that just shows how much you value writing, and that in whatever life you're pursuing, that needs to show up somewhere in some form. Maybe it's that you're on the first current path, but the second path, something about it, you're like, why am I not pursuing this? Maybe it doesn't even seem to tell you much, but the science behind forcing yourself to do 3 odyssey plans is that when you truly invest yourself for 5 minutes into each of these ways your life could go, you have now opened your mind to the idea that you have options. It was like scientifically proven, like doing it for 3 different paths of your life. After doing that, you're like, wow, wait, I could literally do almost anything if I wanted to. Like all the paths are physically there, it's just what do I want to choose and manifest for myself. Okay, next step of practicalities. So you don't really know what you want to do, but you have some like ideas, some random sectors that you like. I'm speaking for myself too. We need to be biased towards action, not biased towards sitting here in our rooms and thinking about the possibilities of doing this career, thinking about what it's like. If you're interested in it, reach out to someone in that sector. Find someone in the exact job description that you're like, I can see myself doing that. Dare yourself to message them. I can attend events for things I'm interested in. I can engage or volunteer with organisations in sectors I'm interested in. Think not only of the sector I want to work in, but then look at job descriptions in that sector and be like, could I align myself to this one? And then one of the final steps, and I think this is probably the most important thing, is to hypothesis test. So you have a hypothesis. Maybe, as Jade thought for about 10 years, maybe I want to be a vet. But you know what I did? I did a hell of a lot of work experience. I shadowed a load of vets, I worked like animal rescues, and in doing that, I realised I did not want to be a vet. But if I hadn't done that, then the fantasy probably would have lived on and I would have realised it at a much later stage. But speaking to vets, seeing the lifestyle, going out there and just like doing it, like volunteering, that was beneficial. So here is what you do, and this is why Goodwall is just like awesome. You pick something you are interested in potentially, and then you spend a summer doing an internship there. You shadow someone for a weekend, you volunteer, you do work experience, test out that hypothesis of something you're interested in. For example, I'm interested potentially in marketing, who knows, I don't know. There's so many things I'm like, oh, I could maybe. So my civic project this semester in San Francisco is for a non-profit, because I'm also interested in non-profits and like charity organisations. I'm on the marketing team for this like nationwide programme they're doing to fight sexual harassment in the workplace. So yeah, I'm kind of testing, do I like marketing, and do I like it in a non-profit sector? If I do, great, I can do another internship or something that's relevant. If I don't, then bye, let's try something else. But if I don't try, I will not know. I finally realised I'm not going to wake up and have an epiphany and be like, ah, yes, I was always meant to be a painter, you know? You just have to like try, and then that's how you work it out. And finally, and this is something I really want to hammer home, is there is so much pressure to know what you want to do in life. Trust me, I feel it. I think particularly if you're academic or at university, where a lot of people do know. It's really easy to feel alone in that, but I just want to remind you that like, it's really okay not to know. Like, even though I've made this whole video that's trying to help you, but at the same time there's so much power in like not rushing and just believing that eventually you'll end up where you need to be. I also think especially at university, we all feel like we're here as a means to an end of getting that good job or getting that internship, getting that grad job. But isn't that really sad to like wish away all this amazing time? I don't know, I just really encourage you to enjoy the here and the now, to think about the future but not to like obsess over the future. Just, you know, if you have a free moment, have a look on Goodwall at their internships, but at the same time don't sit and stress about the internships all the time and then not just enjoy now. Yeah, okay, that's my message. You don't know what you're doing? High five! Hopefully one day we'll work it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have advice, tell us, tell me. What do you think you need to do? How did you work out what amazing career you wanted to pursue? How did you even work out what you were going to study? Because I'm just debating everything. Yes, please tell me. Thank you. Love you. Bye.